Alright, y'all be sure to tune in. This is Inside the Hair Industry with Jasmyne Crawford. Better known, I want to make sure I say the name right. How you say the name?
Yani Glam?
Yani Glam.
Yani Glam.
Okay, I want to make sure I get it right. I didn't want to say it wrong. Okay, y'all let me make sure that y'all can hear her real good. I know I'm pretty loud, so you can hear me, but I want to be sure that y'all can hear her. So y'all tune in. This is the last episode of 2022 for Live with Shantae. I will be back January 2023. All right. So yeah. So y'all be sure to tune in, share, subscribe to the YouTube channel because the playback will be on the YouTube channel. All right. All right. So before we get started, I like to introduce my guests to the audience. For those who don't know you, okay, who is Jasmyne Crawford?
For the ones who don't know me but kind of do know me, Tamara Crawford's daughter. But I am a hairstylist based out of Ennis, Texas.
Okay. So Jasmyne has the TikTok going to the side here. So y'all follow her on TikTok as well, okay? So, alright, so Jasmyne Crawford. So you have been working with your mom for quite a while.
Yes.
Okay. So how long exactly have you been working with your mom? And what got you started?
Okay, so what got me started? I was 8 months pregnant, I believe. And I'm sitting here thinking like, man, like I can't keep working for somebody else. I gotta do my own thing. So right after I had my baby, I got a phone call from my mom and she was like, hey, I'm opening a cosmetology school in Corsicana. Now I want to know if you want to come work there in the office. I'm like, okay, I saw the opportunity. Let's just note that I saw that opportunity and I took it. So I was like, yeah, I came down, like I pretty much left everything. I left the relationship, had 2 kids, so I was pretty much starting over. So I started going to my mom's cosmetology school. She opened it back in 2018. This was before the pandemic. Started going to school, went through school, got my cosmetology license, and went right back to get my instructors, but the pandemic happened. So we had to transition, do a lot of different transitions. So we ended up closing school, but I did get the opportunity to get my license to go ahead and start doing hair. And from there, like once I was in school, from there it just kind of went, and it was because of social media. But I do give my mom credit for, getting me out there, showing me it was really more to the hair industry than what I thought.
So break that down. We're gonna go back a little bit and then we're gonna go to the last part you said. Now, I'm big on when you see an opportunity, you take it. So why did you see it as an opportunity and not just something that your mom just, wanted you to get into? What made you think, okay, this is an opportunity for me as well?
I'm a firm believer in manifesting. And like I said, when I was pregnant, I said those words to myself, hey, I gotta do this for myself. I gotta work for myself some way, somehow. I didn't know how, but I knew it was gonna happen. So, like I said, when that came, like when that knocked on the door, I noticed that it was an opportunity. And for one, the place that I was at in my life at that time, like I was pretty much, I would say, at rock bottom. Financially, mental health, all of that. Like I was at the bottom. So I knew, like once I saw that door, I didn't have no choice to go back that way. I had to walk through that door. So that's how I saw it as an opportunity.
Okay. Alright, and then the last thing you said was, I believe you were saying something about, dang girl, what did you say? Say it again. What was the last part you said? My mind got stuck on the opportunity because I'm big on opportunities. But let's just skip that part and go to you said you couldn't walk backwards, you have to walk forward.
Correct.
So many people tend to look in the past rather than the future. They get so stuck in the past and then they wonder why you're getting the same results.
Correct.
Why do you feel as if you had to move forward? Like I don't have a choice to move backwards. I have to move forward.
Honestly, I had 2 kids. Like once you have their responsibility, like you gotta step up to the plate. So I honestly I didn't have a choice. Even if I didn't have kids, just if I wanted to better my life, that was the route I had to go. And what was crazy is I grew up in a hair salon. I'm 33 years old. A lot of people, I only been doing hair for 2.5 years. And I waited this long to start trying to do hair, which my mom always tell me that. But I started off doing hair like at the house. I started off braiding. And I was like, man, I don't want to do this for the rest of my life. Like, I don't want to sit behind a chair and do people hair and have to deal with people, because sometimes I kind of don't like people, but in the world you got to deal with people. So at that point, I was just like, hey, I know how to do hair. Take that opportunity. Like, capitalize off of what you know. Capitalize off of your skill set. You may not like it now, but you don't know what the future gonna hold for you. So and going to school, it changed my perspective on the industry, period. I didn't know this was a multi-billion-dollar industry, and we're not even tapped into it. The black community not even tapped into it the way we need to be. But this is an industry where you will always have a job. And I say that because cosmetology has been around since Egyptian days. How long is that?
You know, it's crazy that you say that, because I was just telling somebody this. I can't do not a lick of hair, but I know the value in the hair industry. Because one thing about it, we can be, like we're in inflation, people still gonna want to get their hair done. You still female, one thing about a woman, baby, she'll still want to get her hair done. You know, barbers, men are still gonna want to get their hair cut. If you have children, you're not gonna let your kids walk around nappy headed. You gonna go get your kids' hair done. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's certain industries that is longevity, and that's definitely, the hair industry is definitely one of them. Now, one thing I noticed you did say is you didn't like it. Okay. What did you? Was it the braiding that you didn't like? Because a lot of a lot of people who braid say don't like braiding.
Well, for braiding, it's very tedious, so I can understand with the braiding. But just doing hair in general, I really didn't do hair like that. I braided, so I really didn't know the other side of it. I just knew I would just sit here and doing braiding. But you can get creative if you step outside of braiding. Braiding, you can get creative, but when you step outside and actually go to school and learn like what's in depth when it comes to cosmetology, I know how to do makeup, nails, and hair. So I don't just braid, lashes as well, waxing. Like, it's so much. It's broader than what I thought, honestly.
So you can basically tap into different things, you know. And if you ask me, that's a whole service in itself, you know. Basically, so you can have different services going on. You can have somebody come in and you do their hair, and then, you know, it's a party that night, right? You know, she get her hair done, then she gonna get her nails done, versus her leaving your shop to get her nails done, going to somebody else. You are already here. You might as well go ahead and get your nails done here. Then you gonna look in the mirror and be like, Lord, my eyebrows is out. Then you got, you know, so it's just like a one-stop shop. And makeup. You going out tonight.
Yep.
You gonna want to get your makeup done. So versus you leaving the shop, it's like a one-stop shop. And like I said, man, that industry right there, the beauty industry, it is billion-dollar company, man. Billions and billions of dollars, very, very much longevity. Now, I wanted to let people know exactly why I'm doing this episode today, okay? So, I'm going to give y'all a little backstory on why I wanted to do this episode. So, I was at work, and I had long braids. The braids were pretty long, like down my back or whatever. So, people outside of the black community would come in my job and they'll ask me and the other black girl who had long braids, you know, why y'all got long braid? Why y'all got y'all hair so long like that? How long does that take? And so many different questions that they had. So one day I heard it for the third day. After that third day, I said, you know what? Rather than feeling offended by the question, because the first day I felt offended. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you don't ask a black woman that. You know what I'm saying? So the first day I felt offended. By that third day, I started to understand. People would ask questions for answers because they don't know.
Exactly.
So you can't get mad at a person for asking you a legit question that they don't know the answer to. There's no such thing as a dumb question.
Correct.
So I told myself, I said, myself said, I said, why don't you have a podcast. Why don't you do an episode about hair? And I instantly got on Facebook, started looking for somebody to do the episode with. And I said, how I'm going to do it is, the next time I have my hair braided, I'm going to give them my card. And they can scan the card and go straight to the YouTube channel that's going to answer the questions. I don't have to answer your questions anymore. This podcast is going to answer your question. You see what I'm saying? So that's how I looked at it, man. You got to take something. Sometimes you got to take what's considered a negative situation and turn it to a positive situation to benefit you in the long run. Mm-hmm. It's always a lesson and a blessing in everything, So that's just a little backstory to why I wanted to do the podcast episode today. So, why do you think that the people outside of our community don't quite understand our style, like our hairstyles and how we have the braids and the sew-ins? Why do you think that they don't quite, get it?
Honestly, it goes back to the questions. I think they're kind of afraid to ask. Mm-hmm. And I wouldn't necessarily blame them for not asking, because we do have some people in our community that will just, when you ask them a question, they're going to take that other route. So I do understand a lot of the other races, they don't want to deal with textured hair. But at the end of the day, hair is hair. You do have resources out there. You do have people that you can go talk to. I'm pretty sure you have, like they say, I have black friends. I'm pretty sure you have friends. Just go and talk to them. Not everybody is hostile. You can tell the ones that are, you can tell the ones that aren't. But, I mean, I'm all for each one, teach one. My mom said all the time, hey, hair is hair. It's all the same. It's just you got to style it a different way. You got to maybe manipulate it a different way. But it all grows from your scalp.
Right. And, yeah, I mean, like I said, at first I was one of those offended people, But, I'm the type of person, I can try to find a lesson in everything. Because you have to. You can't walk around life so offended by everything. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, there's no such thing as a dumb question. People, real life, just want to know, because they actually love our community. That's the thing. They love our community. They love our culture. We really inspire them. They might not ever say it, but I believe we inspire them. And why I say that is sometimes they would take our ideas and they would make it their own. They're inspired by the idea. See, the reason, and I believe the reason why they can go a little farther with the idea is because sometimes the connections that they have, sometimes it's the belief that they have, and it's the resources that they have.
Definitely resources.
They know how to. I can get in rooms that it may be a little harder for you to get into where your idea. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It might just be a little bit harder. So let's talk about the different styles. Okay, so you got your lemonade braids, and then what's the different type of braiding styles, and break down the difference between the braid. You got your knotless
braids.
Okay, yeah, you got your lemonade, you got your knotless. What's the difference in the styles?
When it comes to braiding, There, braiding is really no difference when it comes to the styles. You're going to add hair if you want longer hair. You use canker-line hair, which is a type of braiding hair. Lemonade braids is just, going around to the side, coming down. And what was the other braid? Knowledge braids? Mm-hmm. Knowledge braids is it don't have a knot in it. Like you feed in. I call them feed in braids, but people call them knotless braids because it's not a knot right there at the root. Mm-hmm. So that's the differences when it comes to braiding. Now the misconceptions I have about braiding, because I'm not big on braiding. Not gonna lie, I don't consider it a protective style for certain hair types. So with people that have fine hair, loose curls, soft hair, I would definitely not recommend braids. Anytime that I've seen or had a client that just taken out braids, they have so much shedding when they take their braids out, and they don't understand why, because they're thinking it's a protective style. But you have to realize braiding hair is synthetic hair. It's plastic. So if you have fine hair, it's going to cut at your hair. So one thing that a lot of people have to realize is know your hair texture and what you can and can't do with your hair texture. Don't hop on the internet, see a really cute style and think, oh, I'm going to get that, and then you get it and then your hair falls out and then you want to turn around and blame the stylist. Which at the end of the day, the stylist does have some blame because you got to educate that person on their style and their type of hair. But you also have to know your hair. So you got to know what you can and can't do with it. And braiding, it's a protective style for some, I wouldn't say all. People that have more kinkier, like a little bit on the, I wouldn't say a little bit, more on the kinky texture side.
What you mean by kinky? Like what style hair does Brittany have here?
Let me tell you. A lot of people think they have thick hair, thick kinky hair. She does not. She has like a soft texture, the texture that I'm talking about that shouldn't get braids. This is the type of hair that she has. It flows really, really easily.
And that's her real hair, y'all.
Yeah, this is all her hair. So that misconception of black girls bald head, no. But all my clients got her. Majority of them anyway, and it's by choice. But her hair is not kinky. When I say kinky, I say they put it on the scale of 4C or 3A or whatever. I would say more on the end of 4C, like a really tight curled hair. Mm-hmm. That type of hair can take attention from braids. But this type, I would not recommend.
See, I'm gonna have to come to you, girl, because you're the first person, and I've been getting my hair done for years, and I ain't never heard nobody say that. So now I'm curious as to what type of hair I got. Now I'm like, what type of hair I got? I ain't never heard that. But see, that's what stylists are supposed to do. But at the same, would you say a stylist is supposed to educate their clients like that, or should the clients know?
No, the client shouldn't know. There's a reason why you go to school. That's your profession. So it should be you, the one, to educate them on, what they need to do with their hair, do's and don'ts. Pretty much.
So basically, versus just taking that quick dollar, do you make suggestions to clients, or like if they come in, they be like, I want this certain type of hairstyle. Do you go ahead and rock with it, or do you make a suggestion like, baby girl?
I always make a suggestion based off of my canvas. I'm not like, look, if your hair is damaged, we're going to sit here and we're going to have a conversation about your hair and what you need to do to get it right.
But my hair is damaged, so we're going to have a conversation because my hair is damaged.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't do this. The money is a plus. I'm not going to lie. But I don't do it for that. So I'm not just going to just throw something in somebody's head and take their money and send them on about their way. I'm not going to do that. And that's basically why I have a clientele. I have a clientele.
Right. So Brittany said 2 years. She 2 years in. So she came when you was at the school. Mm-hmm. And she don't follow you from Corsicana to Ennis. So
she's a good stylist for real.
Okay, Brittany don't want to do much talking, so I ain't really go, Brittany, she a good stylist, huh?
She is.
Okay. Obviously, because baby, you done thought up a Corsicana to Ennis. So okay. So you one of her loyal customers.
Yeah, I try not to get it so much though. I don't like to put so much heat on my head.
Mm-hmm. So you normally just do natural?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. She's natural.
Okay. So how many of your customers or your clients are natural? or do a lot of them come in, suggesting hair?
I would say 95% of my clients are natural, and that's basically, it came from my social media because everybody was seeing the silk presses that I was doing on natural hair. So that's who I attracted basically, is natural clients.
So silk press, what is a silk press?
Basically, it's a fancy flat iron.
Mm-hmm.
What I do with my silk presses is I offer trims with them and a hydration treatment. So basically, it's just straightening your natural hair. It's not permanent, so your hair is not going to stay straight, and you do have to stay away from humidity as much as possible for it to last. But it's just a fancy flat iron, basically.
You know what? I thought that. But,
and that's why that's the reason why I don't charge over $100 for a silk press. I mean, no shade to other people that do, but it's nothing, honestly, it's nothing special about it. Mm-hmm. Nothing too special about it. I added my hydration treatment with it, and that's what made it what it is today.
Hydration treatment, what is that?
I have to show you my hydration gun, but basically it's just a steamer that I put to your hair so it can get the moisture in your hair, and then I rinse your hair out with cool water so your hair feels like so light. It feels just, to me, they say it feels luxurious. I don't know. Mm-hmm. I don't have hair. I keep my hair cut, but all my clients say like they can barely feel the hair on their head.
Mm-hmm. It's light.
So even with all the hair on your head, really, it'll still feel light for you.
Mm-hmm. And it lasts like 3 weeks.
3 weeks? Okay, mm-hmm. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Well, it can last longer though, but.
Okay, we back. I lost a little service right there. Yeah, we in Texas, so it's kind of hard to stay away from that. Cause baby, Texas is so up and down with the weather, you don't know what you're gonna get. So you really gotta just go with the flow. Okay, so you guys also have talent management.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you plan on expanding your hair, or are you gonna switch from I want to go from doing hair to just full with the modeling? Or how do you plan on going about that?
I don't plan on doing hair for the rest of my life. I am going to capitalize off of doing hair, but it's not my life goal, pretty much. So honestly, only time will tell when it comes with the talent model management team. My mom just posted that we're going to Paris in 2023. So it's like my hair business is booming. Then we got the models over here. So it's like right now, what y'all are witnessing is a birth of something great. Mm-hmm. We right at the start of it. So all I can say is only time will tell.
I mean, if this the store and y'all in Paris, I don't know what's it's kind of like that's a hell of a start.
Yeah.
That's really amazing to me because she actually said it on the episode. Y'all can go back to her mom's episode and watch where she said she wanted to get the kids to Paris, and that was actually this year. So the fact that she already accomplished that should let you know that manifestation is real. You just gotta keep dreaming, keep dreaming. But one thing I want to say to you, Jasmine, is that your purpose, once you find your purpose, it will get you where you want to go. And a lot of people don't realize that. A lot of people chase money. And I had to stop doing that. I went from doing shirts to just focusing on my podcast. I barely do shirts now. I might do every blue moon. But my podcast, I feel like my podcast was my purpose because I love talking to people. I don't get paid for this at all right now. But I'm going to push this more than the shirts, and that was bringing me money. Like, I was paying my bills with shirts. You know what I'm saying? This right here, I spend money on it. I don't make money from it, but I feel like that's my purpose. So when you find your purpose will put you in rooms that you never imagined you would be in. Mm-hmm. You're gonna find your purpose, and then you're gonna look around the room, and I'm gonna tell you the best room to be in is the rooms that make you uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. Because if you're in a room and you feel like you don't belong there, you're going to push yourself to the point where when you get to that next room, I done already been here in my head. You know what I'm saying? I deserve to be here. So, yeah, I just want to say that, the hair, if you don't feel like that's it for you, just sit down with God and ask God, what is it that I'm supposed to do? Talk to God like you talk to people, and that's what I do. One day, God woke me up 5 in the morning, and he said, get up, write down your goals. And I'm like, I'm sleepy. I'm asleep. Like, I'm not gonna, sometimes you have a body like, God, I'm tired. But he said, get up and write your goals. So at 5 in the morning, I got up and I wrote my life goals. And then the next day, beside each goal, I put a why. And if it didn't make sense, then it was just, it's not a part of my life goal. You know what I mean? Yes, everybody, that is definitely Brittany. They can't believe it's you, girl.
All this pretty hair.
Yeah, they can't believe it's you. Okay, so if it was one thing you can tell people about the hair industry, what would it be?
Ooh, it's gonna be hard to do it, but stop giving your money to. I don't want to sound racist, because I don't want to call the Chinese people. Stop buying from them. Honestly, they are price gouging the mess out of it, and we are the ones who consume the most when it comes to this industry. So we really, if we want to see change when it comes to the prices on these products, because it is outrageous on this hair, it is outrageous. If we want to put a stop to it, we got to do something. We got to hit them where it hurts, and that's their pockets. But at the end of the day, everybody's going to keep wearing wigs. They're going to keep wearing bundles until they can't do it no more. But that's what I can say about the hair industry. We really need to tap into it. We need more black hair stores. Mm-hmm. We need more black vendors. We need to stop asking for a vendor and be the vendor. Mm-hmm. So it's really so much that we need to tap into when it comes to this industry. We need to take it over.
And I think that just goes back to what I was saying earlier. Our culture, they love us. We really make other cultures millions and billions of dollars, and then we would sit back and watch our friends struggle. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, your friend got talent too, but you rather go over here and do this, do that, but we gonna keep, our money is very, very important to them. I feel like our dollar is more important to them than it is to us.
Yeah, don't support us.
We'll give our dollar to, we'll give it away. Here, take my money. I don't want it. Like, literally, we consume so much when it comes to America. Like, the black dollar is very, very strong. Mm-hmm. But we don't realize it though.
We don't realize it at all. But they do. And that's why they keep making products for us. I didn't know that, so, growing up, I used to go into Dollar General or something. And I thought I was supporting my people, man. So I would get the perms with the black girls on the box. The just for me. Was it just for you? What was that? Just for me? Yeah, just for me. And it was another one. I want to say African Pride or something. It was something. And it had the black people on the box. So I'm thinking I'm supporting my people. You know what I'm saying? Whole time come to find out, they ain't got nothing to do with us.
Even the black jail, I found out that
the style
you don't make it.
Yeah, I really thought I was supporting my people, man. One of them had Keisha Cole on there. Or I said, man, I got to support my girl Keisha. But the whole time they just using our face to make their money. So you really got to do your research behind these products. And that's why I say it would be dope if we would support our locals. Like, imagine, I have a shop, you and your mom, expand your shop. It'll be dope for is a black lady. So why don't you support this black lady that you personally know versus going to the store? You don't know if the people that made it racist. You don't know nothing about them, but you'll give them all your money. And this black lady probably better than that because she knows about black hair. Why do you think that is? Why do you think people would rather spend outside of our community? Before we wrap this up, I've always wondered, before we wrap this up, why do you think people support outside of our community more than the locals?
I feel like it's a safe zone. So if they go get a product, they think that black folks on the line, they'll tell you that this, that, and the third. So they keep. But if you have like a lady over here, which probably don't have that type of advertising on the product, they're not successful. So I think it has a little bit to do with kind of being safe. Really don't know. Kind of like and then because they get bad right on a lot of things. We have customer service. That's the thing. Say you do go to somebody's product and the product is hair or damaged or something happens. And you go next to that black woman, and I'm like, well, the go-to is not that shit. And I see it a lot. I'm doing it. And I do it all. I see it. The other day, I know Thursday, customers always don't argue with those. Just about to I go, okay, I need some of your money back. I need all your money back. How can I do this? Like, what can I do with that? Help me help you. Instead of escalating the situation, arguing back and forth. Like, you're going to get those in front of you. You got to know how to handle it. You have to handle it. That business. And I have noticed that, customer service in our community, especially if we already know the people, it's kind of like, some people they'll be so quick to bash you, man. Real quick. And I'm like, and I feel like it's only because they have easier access. You can't say nothing to Ralph Lauren about his shirt. You ain't been close to him. You can't say nothing to this man about his stuff. You ain't close to him. But this person here, I got easy access, so now I can bash them. Now I'm going to tell all of my friends, and then I'm going to take it to social media and just tarnish their whole business when they're still at the bottom. You know what I mean? They're trying to come up. The only way they're going to learn is from making mistakes. You know what I mean? So, but I wanted to thank you for replying back when I tagged you in doing this episode. I really, I'm gonna say this on camera, y'all. I really want Jasmyne to start her own podcast. I see a glam salon, podcast. We don't want to do that. We don't want to do things. We don't get that going. Look. When I saw that plan, I was like, hey, I can already think about it. Yeah, not in my head. Like, this is what I do on my head. Yeah, you gotta do it. I'm telling y'all, I want to tell everybody right now, just watch next year, 2024, how many people around you start a podcast. When people wake up and realize that a podcast is a new way, they gonna get on it. They gonna get on it. There's certain people who do certain things, and the podcast will boom because it's the industry that you're doing. Now, like what you're doing right now, you're doing here, you do a podcast, just, talking to your clients. You know what I'm saying? It don't even have to be about here. It can be about anything. I had a man in the barbershop, right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna go ahead and got to get the podcast going. I got
need a shirt that comes to my on my show, and the reason for that being is because the goal is for everybody to have one of my shirts. That's the best way to give it out. Interview people, give them like a thank you token, and you know, before you know it, you're gonna look good. You're gonna be in Walmart or something. Like, they must have been on live. That's dope. They must have been on love now. Alright, so yeah. So y'all, this is the last episode of 2022. Thank you so much, Jasmine. We got more work to do, girl. She gonna be making an announcement about her podcast probably next week, probably tomorrow. Nah, we ain't gonna do that. But she gonna start out, I'm telling y'all, 2023, she gonna start out with podcast. And, you know, so y'all be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. The next stop is gonna be Dallas, Texas. So I'm gonna be interviewing people in Dallas, Texas. I'm looking for people that got food trucks, y'all. I'm looking for people that have food trucks. I'm doing food reviews as well. So if your family members have a restaurant, we're gonna do food reviews, everything, y'all. So 2023, I'm coming harder than ever. Y'all gonna see everywhere y'all see me. Y'all gonna see me with a little mic connected to my shirt. We're doing interviews everywhere I go, y'all. So y'all wanna do an interview, don't talk to me. Alright, but thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you so much, Jasmine. Tell them if they looking for you, what can they find you? So if you want to make appointments, I don't have a website, but I also don't provide it. So you can text my phone number, 972. How long before we get to nobody? Business, right? Just business phone, right? Okay, let's let them know so you know we find somebody with me right now. Okay. Go ahead, what's the number? No, but I always get busy. Right. So it's 972 730 1609. And I do all types of things. So it ain't just one thing I do. I pretty much do everything under the umbrella of private house and also dreadlocks. So yeah, you can text me to the number and I will send you my schedule for the month. You can send me daily if you want my schedule, time and date, and I see everything. There's no deposit required. I don't require deposit because my name is on the weekends. I understand. So y'all don't have to worry about all that. Y'all have to worry about all the rules and regulations when it comes to it's pretty simple to me. Alright, so you say you do all types of hair. Okay, so you don't just do black folks hair. Okay, let's make sure y'all understand that. It's not just our people. Okay, so if you're interested in figuring out, because this is what I'm interested in now, is figuring out the texture of hair that you have, you know, and get your hair done by Jasmine. Hit her up. You don't have to be black. You could be purple, pink, blue. The guys as well, right? I do dreadlocks. Okay, I don't do haircuts though. I'm not a barber. Okay, so guys, if you want to get your hair dreaded, you need to retwist. Hit her up. Alright? But Brittany, thank you so much for oh, there we go. But wait a minute, she ain't talking about the nails. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, hold on. Come on, you know what? We're gonna do an episode. We're gonna do an episode. See, if you would have a set of nails, you could have did that product. I would have a product on me. But we're gonna have Brittany come back. Brittany been rocking with them for 2 years, so we're gonna get Brittany in time. But thank y'all so much for tuning in. Y'all see it. I see it. Hold on, y'all. Before we go, that's all.